Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Theresa and we're going to have a chat today about our wedding day in Alaska. Our last video we talked about how we met and our first date. So today we're going to talk about getting married in Alaska on top of a glacier. Before we do that, we got a bunch of cards and we're going to read them. Before we get into the cards though, I do want to say thank you to Carol and Beth from Georgia who are sending us some pies from a place that apparently makes some very delicious pies. And we've got an apple pie coming.
I think so.
Teresa's favorite apple pie. And we got a spinach and mushroom quiche, I believe. And also a chicken pot pie. So looking forward to that. Thank you, Carol and Beth. Teresa's got an owl t-shirt on today.
Yeah.
This came in the mail. I'm not sure. I didn't get a return address. I don't know who sent it, but thank you so much. Teresa loves owls, of course.
Yes.
And let's see. Linda from Ohio is sending us a surprise in the mail. We'll be getting that sometime later this week or next week. Thank you, Linda. And Alana and her husband, Alana goes by Seagulls on YouTube, is sending us, actually her and her husband sent us a gift card to go out to eat. We haven't used that yet, but we are looking forward to having a date night and using that. So thank you, Alana.
How sweet.
Yeah. So we'll get into reading some cards, and then we'll have a chat with Teresa about our wedding day. Okay. First card is from Shrimpy. Shrimpy, aka Beth, is a subscriber. So we're gonna check this card out here.
I don't know.
Yeah, there. It's a card. It's got Bean on there.
Really?
It says, I'm going out of town for a few days, but I recorded sounds of me barfing. And here's a close-up of my butt.
Your butt?
Yeah. So here's a Bean, has a video, or has a recording of his barfing and a picture of his butt. He's given that to, I believe that's me right there. So Shrimpy always has great jokes, guys. Wow. Shrimpy's actually the one that made a comment that I look like a deep sea fisherman because I look tired in my eyes. So, but we have, Shrimpy has good jokes. Thank you, Shrimpy. Shrimpy also sent a gift. In our last video, we talked about how Teresa and I's first date, Teresa had swordfish.
Yes.
Yep. Well, Shrimpy said that now we can relive that first date. We got a swordfish. See that? But you can't eat that one.
No, we can.
No, you gotta snuggle it.
Yes, like this.
Thank you, Shrimpy.
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got. Another card here. This one's from Nancy in Tennessee.
Ooh.
Very pretty card.
Mm-hmm.
See there?
Yeah.
Pretty. And has a from the Smoky Mountains up top here and to the Sunshine State of Florida. Oh.
That's so sweet.
Now this is a completely handmade card. So Nancy made this card for us.
Yeah.
And it's got little pockets like everywhere. And there's little things inside.
Yeah.
It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me on the front.
Okay.
And see that?
Yeah.
And then it's got these little pockets everywhere that she handmade all this. And there's little sayings in here. I've spent days on end trying to find you the most perfect gift, and I realized it was in my heart the whole time.
Oh.
And it's
So
got
sweet.
Yeah. It's got little pockets and little trinkets and some of these little, pull out little magnet. It says Grace on there. And
Remember.
it's a card of teddy bears. And here's a little note from Nancy. It says, Dear Trey and Theresa, I made you a pocket card. They are made with nothing but envelopes put together, so when you open it up, there can be little notes or other little things tucked inside where they are folded.
Yeah.
I hope you both enjoy the love I am sending you. You are both so endearing and inspirational. Theresa has such a beautiful smile. Love, Nancy. Thank you for the beautiful card, Nancy. You did an awesome job.
Yes.
And I've got to make sure that
you're not.
I'm not missing anything here because there's a lot of little secret compartments. So we're going to have to really examine this one again.
Okay.
But thank you. All right, the next one is from Maria from Newark, California.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a picture of some flowers.
That's nice. I love it.
It says, Dear Trey and Theresa, thank you for opening up your home and hearts to all of your followers. You have a beautiful and powerful story. I'm sure your story has touched many. I love that Theresa loves owls.
Yes.
My grandpa loved them too. Blessings to you both. Sincerely, Maria.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maria. All right, this card is from Kathy from Indianapolis. And let's see, there's a note that says, Dear Trey and Theresa, may God bless, Kathy. And then Kathy has a bunch of little owls that we could punch out and put places. So here's little owls, and we can just punch these out, probably stick them places. So cute, huh?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, thank you, Kathy. All right, so let's get into a chat about how I proposed to Theresa and our wedding day in Alaska. So, Theresa and I had been dating for 6 years when I proposed, and we went to our favorite restaurant, and it's called De Sesto's. It's an Italian restaurant, and it's right here in Pinellas Park. It's been there for a while now. Proposed back in 2010, and it was a fairly new restaurant at the time. And we got to know the chef and owner of the restaurant. His name is Sesto.
Yes.
And he was the type of chef that would like to come out and greet the patrons and ask how everything was. And we got to know him over time. And I called him up and I said, I would like to propose to Theresa at your restaurant. And we got to talking, and he produced a menu that was given to Theresa at the end. It was presented as a dessert menu, and it was written in Italian. And here's the menu. This is the Italian side. Theresa looked at it after dinner, and she was kind of staring at it with a little bit of confusion because it was written in Italian, but it does say translation on back.
Yeah.
And so there's an English version. So as she was reading this, I got down on my knees and asked her to marry me. And the menu says, it's a menu of a sweet life.
Yes.
Dear Theresa, I love you with all my heart. And for this, I want to ask you this important question. Will you marry me? So after she read that, I got down on my knee and I proposed, asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And we started to talk about where we wanted to get married. And Theresa and I have had both been married previously, and we had a traditional church wedding. And we decided that we wanted to go on a cruise and get married in Alaska. And when we started to look at ways to do that as part of the cruise package, one of them was to take a helicopter ride to the Mendenhall Glacier in Juneau. And that sounded pretty spectacular to us. So we definitely took that option, and we have some pictures on our community page on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen those, but I'm going to show them here today as well on our video. So this is a picture of when we first got off the helicopter. Now we landed there on Mendenhall Glacier. Our pilot, she was 21 years old.
Yes.
And
yes,
that was kind of cool to see such a young person operating a helicopter. But we were way up there, and I think that's just the coolest picture. This is the photographer, but I think the pilot or the officiant was standing behind our photographer taking that photo. So it's a really cool photo.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Now, we were standing precariously close to these ledges, and we were on a very thin strip there. And you could just look down there and you could just see like for miles. It was like, if you fell down there, you were going to be an Iceman. You were never going to be found again. After we walked around a little bit and explored, we found a nice little bit of a waterfall that we had to climb up this hill to get to it. But we found this little area that had a little waterfall in the back, and that's where we stood and exchanged vows.
Wow.
And we sealed it with a kiss. This is a really cool shot here where you can see the mountain and the helicopter here in the background, and just the expanse of the glacier way up there in the clouds. Really neat. And then here's a photo of her that we keep here in the house. Let's see, I think I have a couple more to show actually. Let's see, yeah. 2 more photos. This is showing the whole expanse of the glacier, and there's some waterfall there with a little helicopter in the background. And the last one, I just had this one done. I had them all, some of our favorites all put together in one little area. So
Yeah.
So we had quite the adventure, didn't we?
We did.
Yep. And we went. It's a 7-day Alaska cruise, and then it was a 3-day interior tour of Alaska, and we did some other things. We went on a crab boat.
Yes, we did.
We went rafting. Saw lots of bald eagles.
Beautiful.
We were actually fans of the show Deadliest Catch at the time.
Yep.
And we, while we were on our cruise, we saw the Time Bandit boat. So that was kind of neat. But so September 1st, coming up next month, will be our 13th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And we will have been together for a total of 19 years. So I love you.
I love you.
Smooches?
Love you.
All right, guys. Well, I think that will wrap up today's video. Chats with Theresa.
Me?
Yeah. These are fun to do, guys. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next, but if you have a suggestion or something you'd like to hear us chat about, please leave us a comment, okay? So thanks so much for watching, guys, and thank you for your support. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.